Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Okay, so last week we learned about operation. Okay, so we learned about arithmetic operation and we also learned about the metric. Okay, array operation. Oh, sorry, metric operation. Okay, arithmetic and metric operation. So for today, we continue our session for chapter 3 with the part 3, which is array operation. So array operation is different from metric. So metric is basically what you have learned before, okay, in previous school, okay. But array operation is basically just a multiplication or division or power of metric, okay, not using the rule of metric. So how to show this? Okay, first example is, okay, you can see here 2 plus this metric, you get all of the metric, okay, all of the component inside the metric here, okay, will be added. Wait, they are echo. Okay, so if you see something like this, okay, you just add everything inside the metric. Okay. Before I forget, okay, last time you send it using Turnitin, the Turnitin cannot read, okay, cannot read the coding. They only can read the sentence, the real sentence. So for this class and the next, you just submit it through e-learning. Okay, I already prepared you the place to submit the tutorial, okay, the tutorial session. So basically, you have to print everything in the example and the drill, okay. So example here, okay, you have to test everything and also the drill. Okay, make sure you include everything and submit it, okay, within a day or two of the class. Okay, we continue. So for examples here, and remember for metric we use normal operation, but for array operation we put dot before the operation. Okay, see, we put dot, but for plus and minus there is no effect. Okay, you can see here the answer for metric operation and array operation is the same. There is no difference. But for others, okay, for others there are effect. Okay, for example here b is 2 multiplied by this one. Okay, but for this case, this is just a scalar. Okay, means that only 1 multiplied by 1 metric. Okay, the scalar multiplied by metric, you will also obtain the same answer. But the difference is when you involve metric with metric. Okay, metric or with scalar. Metric with vector. Okay, but for scalar is just same. So you can see here 2 multiplied by a metric, you will multiply everything inside like a metric. For array operation, which is represent with dot, okay, it's also the same. So try with your MATLAB. Okay, next is example 17. Okay, you can see here you have 2 metric, okay, A and B with the same size, 2 multiplied by 4. Okay, when it comes to array operation, you need to have a same metric. Okay, but for metric operation, you need to have the metric that I showed before. If 2 multiplied by 3, then you have to multiply by 3 multiplied by something. Okay, the center one needs to be the same. Okay, like I showed before for metric. Okay, for metric. Wait, Okay, for metric. Okay, for metric operation, you need to have m multiplied by n, and then the other matrix needs to be n multiplied by O. Okay, for example. So you need to make sure that this is the same. So for metric operation. Okay, but for array operation, you need to have same size. Okay, equal size. So means that for array like this one is 1 multiplied by 4. This one is 1 multiplied by 4. So make sure for array operation here, array operation, okay, you need to have the same size. So you can try this, or you can try other size. It will show error. Okay, show error. Okay, so what it means that if you can see here, remember this is 4 multiplied by 1 size. Sorry. So this is 1 multiplied by for row first and then column. Okay. And this one is transpose, means that it will become 4 multiplied by 1. So A transpose is equals to 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you will get this. So this is a different size. So because of the different size, you cannot use array operation. For metric operation, yes, you can operate easily. Okay, you can calculate this. But if you use array operational, you cannot get the answer, and you will get metric dimension must agree. Means that it's not a equal size. Okay, next is vectorizing. Okay. Okay, if the data in MATLAB construct as array, okay, a formula can be evaluated for a large set of data. It's called vectorization. So basically, if you have a data here, okay, for example, you have A equals to 1 to, okay, I just use the example, example here. Okay, let's say you have A is the invested money, R is the interest rate, okay, interest rate, how percentage is, N is the total number of year, is the time, and B is the final balance. This is just a standard economic. Okay, you don't need to worry about the equation. We don't learn about economy, but we will use example from other field. Okay, for example here you have invested 100, okay, 100 ringgit for example. Okay, and the scala will result this one. Okay, for interest rate, okay, interest rate 9%, okay, for 10 years. Basically, if you, for example, you have 100 ringgit inside the bank, okay, and the interest rate for that bank is 9% each year. So you store your money inside the bank is for 10 years, okay, and you will get, after 10 years, your money will grow to 236.7. This is what it means. Okay, so basically this is the formula. Okay, from that, but this one is just one formula. Okay, one value for each one. But if you have multiple data, for example, you have multiple A, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you don't want to use for loop. Okay, you don't want to use loop, calculate one by one, takes time. So you can use vectorization, means that you just, okay, after you use the vectorization method, okay, automatically you will get all of this. Okay, basically all of this is constant. Okay, this one is multiple value. So automatically the B will get multiple value. So that is mean by vectorization. Okay, how to do this? So first thing you have to insert the constant, which is the interest rate, the number of year. Okay, this one is the single investment value. Okay, so this is basically just multiply together. This is just a arithmetic. Okay, basically just one value, a single value. Okay, and also your answer will be in single value. And then if you want to vectorizing this value, okay, for example here for A1, you have multiple value here. And this is the formula, the same formula. Okay. So if you insert this, you will get multiple answer. Okay. So I think for this one, you should put dot. Okay, try with your MATLAB. So let me try. So this is your MATLAB. So you have to include the function first, okay, the constant first. So you get the answer. So no need to put dot first. Okay, one more thing. If you can see here, percentage, this one. This is basically a comment. Okay, when you do a coding, okay, to avoid any confusion, you have to put comment. Okay, just to avoid confusion. If the coding is simple, it's okay. But when the coding is much more larger, you have to comment for each thing. Not to each thing, but if you want to know what is this value, you just put percentage. Okay. For example, here, okay, and then so just put percentage. You can comment this. So this is the formula for investment, for example. You can write anything. Okay, just to make sure that you know what the coding is all about. It's just a comment. So that is how you do vectorization of formula. Okay, basically you have multiple data and then you just multiply it. So we move on to next example. Okay. Okay, if a stone throw a vertical upward is vertical displacement s after an elapsed time t will given formula s equals to g t squared divided by 2. So this is basically a physics field. Okay. So you will use the physics formula. Okay. Basically you throw a stone upward. Okay. You are at the ground, you throw, and then you want to know what is the displacement. Oh, sorry. The stone throw vertically upward, and then the vertical displacement, this one. Okay, you want to know the location. So S is basically the location. Okay, you don't need to know what is the equation. Okay, for your class only, you need to know how to program it. So where G is the acceleration due to gravity, this is just a constant, and assign G and T into the MATLAB. So you will see here, this is just a constant G equals to 9.81, and then okay, T is okay, you have to assign, remember here 0.5 from chapter 2. Okay, this means that the time is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 to 5 with a step of 1. Okay, and also they include the percentage here. This one is just a comment. And then S equals to G multiplied by T dot power of 2 divided by 2. So remember that the time has multiple value. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 value. So you don't want to you don't have to use a loop function for function, a loop conditioning. Okay, you don't have to use loop. You just put dot here, dot power of 2. So basically you have, after you want to do this, you have a vector here. After the vector, the operation, you need to put dot. Okay, that's it. For others, you don't need. Okay, you can see here, this one dot power multiplied by t, so no dot. Okay, but for t is multiple value, so you have to put dot. Okay, for this one, no need to put dot. Okay, so make sure you put the dot, the operation of dot after the vector. Okay, here. So you can try this, you will get multiple answer. Okay. So here another example, vectorizing the volume of code. So this is mathematics.
Doctor,
Yes.
I don't understand the dot. What's the function of the dot?
The function of the dot is array multiplication. How can I show you? Okay. For example, so A equals to B power of C, for example. Power of 2. This is the easiest example. So for example, you want to get A and you want to have B. Okay, B is manipulated variable. This one is response variable. So basically you have, for example, A1. Okay, A1 is equals to B1 squared. So B1 is equals to 3. So A1 is equals to 3 power of 2 equals to 6. Okay, so this is just a basic arithmetic. Okay, how about you have something like this? A2 is equals to B2 squared. Okay, so for example, you have multiple value. So B2 you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to test multiple value at the same time. Okay, so when you want to write this, okay, in MATLAB, okay, if A2 is equals to B2 squared, okay, so you put this one, right? The head, okay, the head, and then 2. In MATLAB, it will error. Okay, you cannot use this because this is a vector. Remember, scalar is 1 multiplied by 1 matrix. Vector is 1 multiplied by x, y matrix, or y multiplied by 1 matrix, or array y multiplied by z matrix. So basically, if you put this inside the MATLAB, you cannot get the answer. You want to get the answer for all of this B2. So to do this, you just put dot. That's it. You put dot, automatically MATLAB will know that you want to make sure that the B2 is changed here. And you get A2 will equals to this answer. So 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is just 25. Dot, this dot is basically just to make sure that the MATLAB knows that you want to multiply multiple things. This is called a vectorizing. Okay, understand?
Yes,
What is the
Doctor.
function of dot?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. Okay, we continue with which one? Oh, cone. Okay. So this is another example. Okay. You can see here, suppose that the diameter and height of the cone is d and h, respectively. The volume of cone can be computed is here. So this is a standard mathematical function. Okay, volume is just 1/12 pi d squared height. So this is how to you determine the volume of cone. Okay, the first method is you use this. Like I told you before, you can use the for function, the loop function. So basically, you said that n, okay, n is just a number, okay, number 1 to 5. So you have 5 data, okay, 5 data, and then you insert that data inside here. So you can do this, but the coding you can see here, you have problem doing the coding. You have to include this, and this. It's much more complicated if you use for function. Because MATLAB has vectorizing function, you can use this. So for example, here you have d equals to this one, and then h equals to this one. So you basically you have two parameter. Okay, you want to find the volume if the diameter is 1, height is 2, and then you want to find the volume of cone for diameter 0.5 and height is 4. So continuously. So basically you want to find this one, and this one. Okay. So how to do this? Basically you use the formula, but you just put dot. So you can see here, you just put dot. Okay. So you can see here, d and h is the variable function. Okay. So remember that I said you put it after the variable. Okay. This is the variable function. The d is the variable function. You put dot here. And for the last one here, so hash also the variable function, but this one is the last one. So because this is the last one, you put before. Okay. That's it. Automatically, it will multiply the pi for this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So basically, you don't have to do the for function. So this is much more faster. Just put dot. Okay, you can try this using your own value. Or maybe you want to do it smaller, so you can compare it with your manual calculation. So I give you example here. So you can see D is this one. Hash is this one. Okay, if you don't want to see this, okay, the display of the input, you just put semicolon. Then it will not show this result. Okay, this is just a trick how to do this. Okay, and then you put the formula here. Okay, you will get the answer. So basically, 1/2, you use calculator. Okay, pi divided by 2 multiply by d. What is d? Is okay. The first one, d is 1. Okay, 1 squared divided by the first one, 2. So you get, okay, I don't get the same answer. So let me check first. Why the answer different? Wait. Oh, okay, I put. Wait, something wrong. So D equals to 1, hash equals to 2. So you just use the formula here. Okay, you see, you get the same answer. What if 0.5 and 5? Okay, so D equals to 0.5 and hash equals to 4. The second one. Okay. So you use this formula. Okay, because this is just a constant, you no need to the arithmetic no need to put the dot. So you get the second answer. But if you have a vector here, okay, this one and this one, okay, if you without the dot, okay, if not mistaken, it will become error. See, it cannot function. That's why you have to put the dot. Okay, just to make sure, just to tell the MATLAB that you have multiple value and you want to do it per vector, first vector, second vector, something like that. So if you can see here, after you put dot, you get the answer for each this. This is the first vector and then the second vector.
Doctor, I know why the value is different because the formula wrong already. Because it's supposed to be 1 over 12, not 1 over 2.
Yeah,
It's like a
I see that. So it's okay, just a function example here, but if you want to write here, make sure that you put 12. The formula is 12. Oh. So the formula is 12. That's why the answer is different. Last time I don't get the answer. Okay, thank you. So after this, make sure you put 12. If not mistaken, the volume you have to put 12 for the volume of cone. Okay, check back. But it's not important. Usually, you don't focus on the formula, but you focus on the how to code this. Okay. Okay, this is volume of cone. Okay, complex number in arithmetic. Okay. So next we move on to the complex number. Okay. Okay, complex number are the number that consists of two parts. Okay, remember, complex number is, okay, complex number is a plus b I, and I is square root of -1. Okay, for complex number, if you put this one and this one, it will behave differently. This one is the metric operation. This one is the array operation. So make sure you know the difference. So this is the complex number. Okay. So I give you complex number here. So 4 are 2 multiplied by 2. And if you transpose here, you will get the metric transpose. Okay. Metric transpose means that, okay, this one, all of the value here become negative. Okay, you can see here. Okay, transpose means that all of the value become negative, and for metric, you have to flip this. Okay, so you can see here. Where is it? Okay, Wait. My computer hang. Wait. Okay. So you can see here this. Okay, if you can see here, this one is called metric operation. Metric operation. Okay. So you can see that all positive value here will become negative. Okay, and then you flip this. Okay, remember metric for you when you want to do transpose, you have to flip this. Okay, this is the metric operation. But this one is a array operation. So for array operation, okay. Wait. Okay, array operation. This one is remain the same. Okay, you just flip it. Only flip at diagonal. Okay, so you just flip at diagonal. That's it. No need to change this. Okay, remain positive. So that is the difference for metric. Okay, complex number with metric operation and array operation. So make sure you know what is the difference. Okay. Okay, you can try this. Okay, this is a drill. Okay, basically just a practice. So we will continue this practice after a 5-minute break. So in the meantime, make sure you slide in your attendance. Okay, just for your information, make sure you the attendance is above 80% if you want to take the final exam. Okay, we continue with the arithmetic operational drill. So we have A equals to, just choose a number, and B is, okay, choose any number with the same metric size. So you have A, B, C. So the first one I think is a simple one. This one is just, okay, let us try. Okay, the answer is 2. So A is 3 plus 2. Okay. So if we use, okay, you can see here, okay, A is 3, okay, plus 3, 5, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 plus 5 is, remember you have to, when it comes to plus and minus, you have to do it from this side. So 6, 8. Minus 1, 2, 3, 4. So how to do this? If you do metric, so remember how to do this? Okay, let me Google first. So usually I do it with a similar size, but different size, I'm not sure whether it can or not. Okay, should be not possible. This one. Okay. How it get, say 2, answer is 2. So anybody can explain? So this is metric. I'm not sure too much about the metric with different size. Okay. Oh, okay. This one is wrong. So this one should be 3, 5. So this one should be 6, 8, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Also, it's not possible, but I don't know how it can get the answer. Okay. So just move on to the next example. I think it's the same thing. Okay, this one is multiplication. Okay, when it comes to multiplication, you have to do the multiplication first. Okay, so basically 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Okay, where is, okay, 6, and then you add by a. 6 plus a 3 is 9. Okay, so this is a simple example. And then for this case, okay, for this case, 2 multiplied by, okay, remember multiplication both must. Okay, so a to the power of 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 is 3 to the power of 3 is 27. Okay, 27 multiplied by 2. 27 multiplied by 2 is 54. And then plus a. Okay, remember both must. Okay, make sure you use the both must. So you have to solve this first and then multiply and then plus. Okay, so next example is okay, a plus b. So when a plus b, you just plus for each metric. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, so a plus b. Okay, so you will get this answer. So a plus b is just 3 plus 3. Okay, and then 5 plus 3. You get 6 and 8. How about multiplication for b and c? Okay, for this one, you have to use the where is So you have B is 3 and 5 multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4. So for metric, you have to make sure that you have to multiply 3, 1 plus 5, 3, and then the next one, okay, this one. So you have to multiply this with this, and then plus this with this. And then for the next part is this, the same thing, only add this. Okay, 3, 2, okay, and plus 5, 4. Okay, so this is 1 multiplied by 2, this is 2 multiplied by 2. So the result you will get 1 multiplied by 2. Okay, you take the beginning and at the end. So you will get 3 plus 15, 18. And then 3, 2, 5, 6, 6, 26. So you will get the same answer. Okay. C transpose, of course, this one. Okay, when you transpose C, okay. Okay. Basically, you just flip this. 2 and okay. 2 and 3 is flip. Okay, flip at diagonal. Okay. So B multiplied by this one is okay. For this case, okay. So you have B is 3, 5. 3, 5. C is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when it comes to this, you have to make sure that you what you call transpose first. So C bar is 1, 3, 2, 4. Okay, you flip it and then you multiply by B. So 3, 5, 1, 3, 2, 4. So same as before. 3, 1, okay, and then plus 5, 2. Okay, 3, 1, okay, 5, 2 is 5, 2 is 10, 3, 1 is 3, 13. So you get 13. Same here. 5, 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 9, and plus 5, 4, 20, 29. Okay. So that is how you solve this. Okay, and okay, how about this? Okay, for this case, of course, you have to solve this first. Okay, transpose first, and then solve this first. A divided by 2 first, and then you plus everything together. So for this case, you can try after this. Okay, this one also you can try. Okay, for this one, so you have A plus 1. So A equals to 3, A plus 1 is 4. Okay. And then this one, A power of 3 divided by 2. So this one is just 3 power of 3 divided by 2. Means that 3 power of 3 is 9. 9 and then square root. This one is basically square root. Oh, wait. Oh, 9 divided by 2. Sorry, this one is, there is no, what you call, no parenthesis, right? The bracket. So you have to calculate this first, okay? The power of first, and then you have to divide. So basically 4 until 9 divided by 2 is 4.5, right? So let me check first. Something wrong lah with my PC. Wait. Okay, I take this value first. So A equals to 3. So A plus this one is 4. This one is 13.5. So basically 3, okay, power of 3, 27 divided by 2, 13.5. So that is why after you put this together, okay, 4 until 13.5. So you will get this value. Okay. So again, this one, okay, make sure you test of all of this value. Okay. So you have to understand each parameter. Okay. How you get the answer. Okay. How to get this answer. So for this one, 3 plus 2i. So basically 3 plus 2i. Then you have to transpose metric. Means that you just have to flip it. Okay. Okay. We don't have time to test everything. So make sure you test everything and try to understand how to get the answer. Okay. For this case, make sure you know how to do this. Okay. I forget how to do this. So try to check in online how to do this. I still cannot find the answer. I think it cannot be solved actually. But I don't know how it can be solved at the beginning. Okay, you get the answer too. Okay. You can try to do some searching and how to get this answer. Because in the test, usually you don't have MATLAB. You will give this something like this and you have to do it manually, the operation. You have to determine what is the value for all of this. Okay, for example here, C power of 2 power of this one. Okay. So this one is something like this. So how to get this? So C is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then C, remember if you have the same level of power, okay, wait, okay, same level, so you have to you have to do the left first. So c squared is equals to 1, 4, 9, 4. 4 is what? 4, 16. And then c power of 3. Okay, a is 3. So 1, a 4 power of 3 is 64. Oh, 9 power of 3 is 7 to 9. Okay, and wait, c my what is c? Okay, c, okay, c power of 2 power of 3. So be careful with the capital letter. Oh, this time is different. Wait. So c power of 6. So means that you have to do this part first. It's the same, right? Okay. So 2 power of 3 is, oh. So even this one I cannot explain. So make sure you understand how to do this. Okay, c power of 2. Okay. Okay, t. Oh yeah, from left to right. Okay, for this case, like I said before, okay, you have to solve c power of 2 first, and then c, the answer you have to multiply by this one. Okay, manually it's quite difficult. So make sure you understand using MATLAB, because I do the manual calculation with calculator, there is some mistake. So for this case, of course, I just use the same formula. So you have to know what is the difference between this and this. Okay. Okay, we take 5, and we will continue with Boolean operation.
Doctor, for today's tutorial, do we need to do all the examples just like last week?
Yeah, like last week.
Including the drill, the arithmetic operator drill?
The drill, you can submit it also, because this is a lot, but you should understand how all of this work. Okay. No worry, I give you 2 days to complete this. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, welcome.
Doctor, sorry, just I didn't got to you.
Yeah.
What are the numbers for the exercise?
The number for the exercise?
Yeah, for the tutorial.
For the tutorial. So this one is, you have to do this example, okay, with different value. And then for this, you can just try it. I just want to make sure that you do all the activities. Okay, because this is a programming class, so you need to do this activity.
So the drill and the example 22.
Example, no, all example. See, example 22. I think example 16 start, right? So for today class, start with example 16. Okay, this one also, okay. Just to make sure that you do all this activity. No need to do the turning in because turning in cannot detect anything for coding. Okay, just submit it to me.
In the shared discussion.
No, the print screen. So
Yeah, I
this
need
one.
to submit it in the shared discussion tutorial.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I put a tutorial 29/03. Submit it there.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Okay, welcome.
Doctor, can I ask the example 18? The example 18 from the slide, suppose error, right? But when I'm using MATLAB, I can get answer.
This one, example 18.
Yeah.
How you get answer? Wait. Logically should not.
Yeah, I type the same thing in the MATLAB.
Okay, let me try. How? Should not get the answer.
Yeah, I get the same answer.
Okay, this one, even I cannot understand it. How it can happen? They're changing. Last time I think it cannot operate. Okay, for this case, okay, so basically this one is just 1 multiplied by 1, 1 multiplied by 2. I think easiest way to show this is this. Wait. Okay, A, B, C, D. W, X, Y, Z. So basically the answer is A, B, C, D, W, 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 W. So A, B, C, D, X, 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 A, B, C, D, Y, 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 and lastly this one. A, B, C, D. Okay. Are you all using the newer MATLAB? I think the old MATLAB cannot do this. Maybe this one is for the new MATLAB. Should be error actually.
So, doctor, exam will come up this kind of question.
I'm not sure yet. The question can be many things. That's the problem with programming. It can be anything.
Okay.
So I will let you know what is the form of the
Can
question.
you take us to the exercise?
Yes.
Like about the questions, can you take us to the exercise, like to understand the questions, how we can solve it or something?
Oh, the question is not made yet.
Like
You mean
from
the
the previous or something?
oh? So for the previous also, I don't have it yet. Okay, that one because it is a control document, I cannot obtain it easily. I will try to get it maybe this week because your exam is week 6, right?
Yes,
So
doctor.
yeah, week 6. So I will try to get the document and we will discuss about the test or previous test.
Okay, doctor, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Okay, sorry for the confusion. Okay, I think the coding is already changing. Previously is cannot do this.
Okay, doctor. So, which one we have to follow? Follow the slide or the method doctor teach just now?
I think follow the MATLAB.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, doctor.
follow the new one. See, it should be something like this. Okay. I'm not sure how MATLAB can accept this. Wait, let me check first. Yeah, it can. Okay, the new one can. Okay, we continue with the next part. So Boolean operation. So Boolean actually is just a true is 1, false is 0. Okay. So this one, okay. So you can use this symbol, less than, or equals to. So equals to will be double. This is not equals to. Okay. So this is not equals to. Yeah, to get this symbol is near the escape button in your keyboard. Okay, this is more than or greater than or equals to. And you also, this is the relational operation. This is the logical operation. For n, this one. Okay. For all, this one. This one not is this. Okay. This one is the standard one. This one is the logical value, true or false. Okay, remember the logical table. So if 0, 0 for n, or n, not. So not is just for A. Okay, this one I think all of you know. This is just a standard and or not. Okay, we start with the relational operation. Okay. You have A is equal to 5, B equals to 10. A is more than B. So A is 5 is more than B. This is not a true function. Okay, this is not a true relationship. So it will become false. False means 0. Okay, you can try this. This is the easy one. So how about this? So if you have a array or a vector of data, it will check one by one, something like this. So 1 is less than 4 is true. 4 is less than 4 is false. 5 is less than 5 is less than 4. So means that is false also. And then 2 is less than 4 is true. Okay. Then for D is equals to this one. Okay, D is equals to B less than or equals to A. So basically to get D is just you compare this. So B is less than or equals to A. So this one is B is 4 less than or equals to A. So 1 if 4 less than A is 4 less than A is 4 less than 1 is 0. Then 4 less than 4 or equals to this one is correct. So 5 also. Okay, 4 is less than 5 is correct also. 4 is less than 2 is false. So D is just equals to this. Okay, you have to solve this first. This logic first. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit more confusing. Okay. So for if you have a vector and vector, okay, vector and vector, this is a vector, this is a vector. So it will compare one by one, something like this. Okay. So you will get this. So this is the OR. Okay. Or you use this. This one is at the top of the enter at your keyboard. You have to put shift. Okay. So do this, you get 0, 1, 0 or 1 is 1, 0 or 0 is 0, 1, 1 is 1, 0, 1 is 1, and so on. Okay. How about this? You have A is this one, and B is this one. So you have A and B. Okay, for the operation and numerical data type, all zeros, non-zero value will assign as 1, and zero value is assigned as 0. Okay, if for this I show you here. So if I draw this again, so A, so 1, 4, 5, 2, and 0, 2, 4, 0. So remember, automatically for this type of system, okay, for logic, you have to change a non-zero to 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0, 1, 1, 0. So this one, automatically you just follow this. So 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. Okay, next is the operation precedence. Okay, which one you have to do first? Okay, of course, same as before, you have to do left to right. Okay, you have to do left to right. So A and B, you have to compare first. Okay, wait, my PC something wrong. Okay, so when it comes to this, you have to do A and B first. So A is more than B. Okay. So you have A is 165 and more than 3, 4, 5. So 1 is more than 3. Is it true or false? So this one is false. 6 is more than 4. So true. And 5 is more than 5. So this is false. Okay. 5 is not more than 5. So you get this one, and then you have to do the second part. Okay, this one not equals to 5. Not equals to 5. So all of this is not equals to 5. So 1, 1, 1. Okay, this one also important and has higher precedence than or. Okay, when you do this, you have to do the n first. Okay? Make sure you focus on n first. So 1 and 0 is 1 and 0 is 0. 0 or 0 is 0. Okay, for this one, 1 or 0. Okay, for this case, yes. You have to do the n first. Okay, make sure you do the n first. So 0 and 0 is 0. 0 or 1 is 1. Okay, keep this in mind. Okay, how about mixed operation? Okay, if you have mixed operation, okay, something like this. If not, you have to do the operation first. Yes. Okay. So something like this. Okay. So A is too long. I just okay. So 1452927. So A more than 2 is, so the answer is, so 1 is not more than 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. So A less than 8. So you get, so anything that less than 8 is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So of course you have to use n. After you do this, you have to put n. So this one is 0, this one is 1, this one is 1, this one is 0, this one is 1 and 0 is 0, and so on. Okay, make sure you understand how the operation works. Basically, n and or is at the end of your predence. Okay, your operation, you have to do this one first, the operational first. Okay, wait. Okay, this one and this one first. Okay. Okay, and this one, if you have a Boolean, okay, the true and false, and a single expression, the arithmetic expression. So it will combine together. So you can see here, C is A or B minus 3. So it will solve the, okay, it will solve this first. Okay, B minus 3 first. Remember that or is the last one. Okay, so or and n always the last one. Okay, and or is the last one. You have to solve the this one first. Okay, B minus 3. Okay, you solve this, minus all of this with 3, and then you have to OR this. Okay, you get the answer. Except you have bracket. If you have bracket, you have to solve inside this first. Okay, the inside the bracket first, and then you minus 3. Okay, and the answer will be, okay, the last execute. So of course, the last execute is the arithmetic. So the answer will be arithmetic. But for this case, the last operation is Boolean, means that your answer will be in Boolean. So of course you can determine the characteristic using WHOS, WHOS. So you know the size, the byte, and class. So you can see here, like I mentioned before, for double, the size will be larger. Okay, for logical, it's much more smaller. Okay, example 31. Okay, rand I is basically random number. Okay, if you want to use this, you want to generate a random number, you can use this. This one is maximum value. Okay, it will show from 0 to 15. 3 means 3 by 3 metric. Okay, you can use this to generate random number. So B is less than 9. So it will automatically get the answer. Okay, this one is multiply. Okay, if you multiply A and B, okay. So basically, you test 1 by 1. So 0, okay, if you multiply something like this, you list down all of the value. So you can see here, this one is 0. Just the pen. Wait. Okay, this one and this one is okay 0, so no need to consider. So this one and this one is 0, no need to consider. This one is 1, so you show 1. Okay, and then 0, 10 is 0. This one is 1, 3. You take this one because there is 1, you take 3. So 0 and so 0. So all of this is 1, you have to take everything. So you get the answer. Okay, it's a little bit we call confusing. Okay, no need to worry. Okay, also the same thing. Okay, so basically this one, basically for this one is how to extract all the data that is less than 9. Okay, before I forget to tell you. Okay, if you have this number, okay, you have a array of number and you want to extract all the value that is less than 9. So you use this method. So you get this and then you multiply it, you get all the number that is less than 9. This is why you want to use this method. This is just to identify element. Okay, this is one way to identify element. This is also another way, but with 2 parameter. Basically, you want the number from 4 to less to 11. Okay, the range between 4 and 11. How to get this? You just do the same thing, except this one you have to do something like this. Okay, this one is less than 4. This one is range is between 4 and 11. Oh, wait. I think this one is not range between 4 and 11. This one is range outside the 4 and 11. You can see it here. 4 is less than 4. A is less than 4 and A is more than 11. So after you multiply it, you will get list down all the parameter that is less than 4 and more than 11. Okay, so this is correction. So make sure you test this. So basically this is called identify element. Okay, Boolean drill. So this is another drill you can try. So this one, of course, x is equals to 3 less than 2. 3 less than 2 is true or false. 3 is larger than 2, so it is true. So how about this? 2 is more than 3. This is false. Is 0 the answer. So same here. -4 is less than or equals to -3. So what is the answer? So the answer is 1 because -4 is smaller than -3. So same here. Of course, this is false. Okay. 2 is not equals to 2. Okay. This is false. 2 is equals to 2. Okay. So you can try all of this. Okay, which one is okay? This one. So remember, you have to do n first and then or. Okay. 1 and okay. 1 and 0, 0 and 1 is 0 and 0 or 1 is 1. How about this? Okay, if you have scalar number, okay, and of course you have to do n first. 2 and 3 is 1. Okay, because 2 automatically become 1, 3 automatically become 1. 1 and 1 is 1, 1 and 1 is 1 and 0 is 1 or 0 is 1. Okay, how about this? Okay, for this case, this is not, okay? This is 1. Not 1 means that 0. Okay, this one is 0. Okay, this one is 1. Okay, this one is not. Not 1 is 0. 0 and 3 means that 0 and 1 is 0, 0 and 0 is 0. Okay, this one. Okay, for this case, okay, yeah, 2, 3 through 2 and 3 or 3 less than 2. Of course, you have to solve this first. Okay, 3 less than 2 is okay, 3 less than 2 is 3 more than 2 is true. Okay, 1. Okay, and then you have to solve n first. Okay, so 2 and 3. So 1 and 1 or 1. So 1 and 1, you have to solve n first. So 1 and 1 is 1 or 1. Okay. So 1 and 1 is 1. 1 or 1 is 1. So you get the answer. Okay. How about this one? Okay, this one. Okay. So remember, this one is same as before. As problem. Okay, it changes. Okay, for this case is so 1, 2, and then n 1, 2. Okay, how to solve this? Of course, you have to change to Boolean first. 1, 1, and 1, 1. Okay, anything non-zero will be 1. So then you have to test 1 by 1. Okay, 1. Wait, okay. How I can remember that A, B, C, D. So you have to A, C, A, B. Okay. This one is A, D, B. This one is B, C. Okay. This one is B, D. Okay, you have to multiply for something like this. Okay. And then okay, how about this one? So this one is range. Of course, for this case, 0, 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2, 2. And you have to test 1 by 1. Okay, make sure you know how to do this. Okay. Okay, this one also, I think is also important. Oh, where is? It's okay. Just make sure that you solve inside first, this one first, this one, and then you have to do the OR. Okay, I think that's it for chapter 3. Okay, so for today we have learned about the array operation, okay, the scala, the array size, the vectorizing, okay, how to do vectorizing. This one a complex number, okay. We have learned about the complex number and how to operate a complex number. And then the Boolean operation, what is the relational operation, what is the logical operation, okay. So you have to do this first, and then OR. Okay, not also you have to do it first. Okay, and then you have basic operation. Okay, who has the highest precedence, and then mixed operation. Okay, this one mixed operation. You learn about the identify element, basically what is the range and everything. You have to list down. You have all the data here. You want to range it out. Okay, this is how you do it. Okay, that's it. So we have finished chapter 3. So next class we will start with chapter 4, which is the loop and conditional. Okay, before we end, is there any question before I end the class? We should include this in the yes. Which one? Okay, if there is no more question, I will end the class. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
Thank you,
Doctor.
Bye, Doctor.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr.